Okay. You are now tuned into the Blanime podcast.
A mulberry is a tree, Kuwabara is a man, and I'll prove it. This world shall know pain.
Welcome to the Blanime podcast.
How about it? Shall we commence? This isn't the time, Vegeta. You'll protest with me, Kakarot. Unless, of course, you want more bodies to pile up on your conscience. Vegeta, you wouldn't be suggesting. How sad. I didn't think you were the type to follow trends. Dad, don't! Answer me, Vegeta! Do you really think Black Lives Matter? Tell me, is it all lives matter when only black people are dying? Stop it! You don't know what you're talking about! Stand aside! This does not concern you. This is between me and your all lives matter loving father. Wow, that was a dumb comeback. No, Goku, you mustn't! If you protest here, you will be doing exactly what the media wishes! Tell me, Vegeta, with that sign in your hand, you seem to be pretty serious about the cause. But is this really about Black Lives Matter? Or are you just following a trend? Does it really matter? Not to you, white boy, but to an African American it matters greatly. And you know this as well as I do, Kakarot. In a day there'll be another story about them dying, and I will not stand for it any longer. What's wrong with you? Don't you see that all lives matter is more meaningful? More meaningful, huh? What do you know of meaningful? Spend most of your life looked down upon. Watch your race get shot every day. Then tell me what has more meaning than Black Lives Matter. I have in my family a brother who is African American. He doesn't even have a single black friend. Yet I've had to watch him post on Facebook day after day about black people. All my comments deleted immediately. He's even blocked me from his page and all other social media. He's ridiculed my people for the last time. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Except for that prick over there. Huh?
Oh, now that we're talking, did you like that Vegeta video I sent you?
Yes, I was like the Prince of all Saiyans. I already knew he was down with the cons because I feel like they know Saiyans and black people are very similar. So I already knew it was coming. I'm not even surprised Goku's all lives matter.
Goku all lives matter.
I was not surprised. I really thought it would have been Gohan, but Goku didn't surprise me. So it really didn't.
That nigga said black people get killed every day, clown. I love the way that nigga say clown.
So somebody made that or did the actual voice? Okay,
somebody
that's what I thought. I was like, I don't think they made
even though it sounds just like that nigga, no, that's not him. That's not Chris Sabat. He would never do that shit. For free.
Yeah. And you know they don't speak on nothing over Funimation.
Hell no, they ain't even speak on fucking a sacred ointment. So I'm still waiting for them to motherfucking talk about that. They lucky I ain't go to that I didn't enter in that Funimation Con that they did today.
No, really. You know what? They was like, we're gonna leave that in 2019.
I still want answers. They're gonna have to eventually.
Somebody gonna have to just say something like something. Just give us a little something.
Whenever, if it's safe enough to go to a con in the future, I'm gonna ask Chris about some like. What's going on with the sacred ointment shit? Like, what were y'all on that day?
Drugs.
Was y'all on shrooms that day? And y'all just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do some wild shit.
Dumb shit. Let's do some dumb
shit. Let's use a Funimation studio and just do some dumb shit, and it's never gonna come out, but it did.
That is so fun. It's not funny. That shit was crazy. That was crazy.
That shit was mad wild. But yeah, so it is episode 80. We've made it to 80 now. We only 20. We 20 away from 100. So this shit, wow.
We are so. I just can't believe we got so far. Like
We have.
just keep going. This is bothering me. I don't even know. I don't know if that was a mosquito. I think it's a mosquito because Mike, you should see me. My damn arms, legs, I've been
getting fucked
getting
up?
ate up. Yes, dog. I'm sick of it. That had to be a mosquito.
If it's mosquito, I don't know what you can do. But if it is like fruit flies and shit like that, get some apple cider vinegar, put in like a red cup, like the one that you got, probably fill it up, probably about this much in there, and then put some saran wrap on the top of it, seal it, and then poke some holes in it. And so the fucking fruit flies are like attracted to the apple cider vinegar. So they'll basically go inside of the fucking holes, but they can't get out. And so they'll just die. They'll just be trapped and they'll just die in there. I've caught like 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers. I haven't seen them in a while. So
say less. I'm gonna try it.
Try that shit out.
Because I definitely got some ACV. Because I'm getting fucked. You just see, that's the second time I had to swat like that. Shit pissing me off.
Yeah, I mean, it's summer, so you know how Texas do. These motherfuckers, we didn't have like no crazy winter like that, so all the motherfuckers are like alive now. So
and ready.
We ain't had snow in a minute. Yeah,
just random rain yesterday. But anyway, whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw you. So I was leaving work whenever I saw you tweet about the rain or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, I'm leaving from Irving, and I had to go to Grand Prairie. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to hit this rain, and I sure enough fucking did. And
it was really raining too. Like I was like, where did this come from?
That shit was hard. Like I had to stay at my grandmother's for a little while, just like kind of wait for it to pass over real quick. Yeah, because the baby and the dogs. I'm like, bro, this rain coming down hard.
Hard as hell. I was like, where did this come from? I was like, it wasn't in the forecast. I don't watch the news. I didn't see anything on Twitter. And I was like, me and Chad was sitting on the couch. I was like, bro, is that rain? We looked. It was coming down.
Once I got further east, then it stopped raining. Like it didn't come down that hard over here in Dallas, but definitely over there in that Irving, Arlington, Grand Prairie area, it was raining hard as shit.
Weird shit.
Yeah.
Over 2020.
Yeah, this shit wild. But anyway, episode 80. We are we are the Blanime gang, and this is episode 80, and I'm unbothered Mike, and as you see, I don't have a hat or a do-rag on because I shaved my head this morning. I feel pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty smooth up top, and yeah, so I'm feeling good. I'm with my co-host, Nate'Ro, Najo.
So the JoJo stands can be happy.
And up and coming, I don't want to say JoJo Stan, but an up and coming
JoJo,
up and coming JoJo watcher.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, you haven't dropped it, so it's still up in the air for you. And so when we get our guest next week, that's gonna come. Then I can't wait. We're gonna have a real JoJo's conversation next week, and I want to hear all the smoke that you got for it.
Yeah, because he's ready, and I'm ready too.
Yeah,
I got some shit.
Yeah, I definitely got some shit I want to get off about JoJo's because me and Sensei talked on the timeline, but we haven't really like talked.
Had a conversation.
Yeah, had a conversation about it outside of the gloves off. So yeah, we got to talk about that shit.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Let me see. Other than that, I haven't asked about your week in a long time. How has your week been?
Well, thank you for asking. It has been a while. My week has been pretty good. So Sunday, me and Chad went and did our license to carry class. So
let's go.
We did the class. Yes. So I applied for my license a couple days ago. They sent me the email, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to come in. Or I have to wait for my appointment to go do the fingerprints and all that. And I'll have that. That was my first time going to a gun range and actually shooting a gun. And no lie. So we were in like the indoor one, and he had us all lined up. So it was 5 of us at a time. And I've heard gunshots in the distance or being somewhere in the vicinity, but I've never heard one like up close like that. The first person went, I must have froze up. I was like, oh, what the hell is this? I
That
was
shit
like, nigga, this
different.
is not, yes. And so when I shot, I was so nervous. I was like, man, nigga, I'm about to shoot this hoe. But I need to send you my target. The dude
I
was
saw the
like,
picture.
are you sure you never shot a gun before? I was like, only on Call of Duty or like the little shooting games at arcade.
They got the
That's
gun.
what he said. He was like, you sure? I'm like, I've never shot one. He was like, yeah. He was like, well, I'm scared of you because that's not normal. I was like, well, when you play enough shooting games, I feel like you get an idea of
Yeah.
what to do.
Oh shit, Glock 9A.
I'm trying to tell you, so I'm gonna give me one here soon. But that was fun. But I also didn't know that the casing shot back. Because like I said, I've never shot it.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it on TV and stuff. So I got burned on one
Hell
of the
yeah.
cases, like the first or second shot, all I felt was a sting. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I looked the case and burned my damn neck up.
That's why you gotta make sure you hold that bitch out. Like, you don't want to hold it up on you.
And that's when I learned then, like, okay, well, let me make sure my arms are all the way out. Because like I said, you see shit on TV, and I know, like, when I see people on YouTube and stuff and they're shooting at a range, or even in movies and stuff now, people are more, I'm not formal, but they use the right stance and stuff, with both hands and stuff. But back in the day in the movies and shit, they holding it with one hand and stuff. So I kind of always thought, I always thought like, man, I'm gonna come to help, pop, pop, pop. That is not how it goes. So I'm glad I know the proper way to do it.
Oh,
that was
good
exciting.
Shit. I'm about to ask you about that shit later because me and Jennifer definitely need to go, especially with Michaela.
I was gonna say black owned.
Oh, word? Oh, yeah, we definitely.
He's actually he's one of Ben's line brothers.
Oh, word? Oh, yeah,
I didn't know that initially, but when I actually ended up signing up, Ben seen our interaction on Twitter, and then he said something to me. And he's like, "Oh, that's my LB."
Oh, that's dope.
And I was like, "Oh, say less. You already."
Oh yeah, I definitely need to. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely ask you about that. Me and Jennifer do. Do you know if they open on Sundays?
So he did the class on Sunday.
Oh,
but
perfect.
he only does it. I think he's only doing once a month.
That's
so
fine.
I think his July class is booked, but for August, I'll send you his information. And
please do.
It was very reasonable. Now he did do it out this, like we did the classroom portion in Arlington, and then he did the range was in Fort Worth. But for the price, and what he did, like what he went over, so it was worth it. I think that's his like a neutral. I don't know where he's from. Well, I think he said he was from Houston. He went to school at UTA with Ben.
Okay.
So I guess he must live in the area like the Arlington, Fort Worth area. So I guess that's a middle point for a lot of people in the Metroplex.
Mm-hmm.
But it was well worth it. It was all black people in the class. We were in there. So
I definitely want, yeah, for sure. Because I definitely, and this nigga Byron and Trey's supposed to take me to go get a gun anyway. So I need to go get a gun for sure. Especially all these videos. You seen them fucking white people. Actually, I've seen 2 videos of white people wilding with guns, like that weren't cops. Like the two old folks that was protecting the fucking
their house or whatever from the protesters, and then the lady that had got out of her car. Because I'm trying to boy, that's
her husband almost hit her, and she pulled a gun out on a girl that almost got hit. If anything, she should have been pulling on her stupid ass husband. They both had guns.
I was like, why didn't the husband get out? Because somebody was arguing with me on Twitter about that. And I'm like, okay, bro, well, why didn't her husband get out if she's pregnant? Because that's what he was saying. Well, she was pregnant and they hit her stuff or whatever. I was like, well, they almost hit them. All they had to really do was apologize. But if she's pregnant, then why didn't the husband handle the situation? And how did that escalate to you having to pull a weapon? Like, make it make sense. Y'all get on here and try to justify stuff that's not justifiable. Like it's really not. Like it really could have been cut and dry. Like, cause people don't know how many times one particular time I was at Uptown. I think I was 25, young days, and somebody almost hit me. I was drunk though. It was my birthday, and I was walking through Uptown, and everybody's drunk. And they turned the corner when we were walking, and I drop kicked they shit. Like Christia had to grab me like, Sinead, stop. I was like, nah, bro. And they didn't come back and pull a gun. Like they just, I don't know what happened. I think they kept going, but they didn't come back and try to shoot me because of their, you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't understand, and I won't understand how their logic makes sense with issues, because it just doesn't. Like, it just doesn't. There's nothing even else to say. It's like, it doesn't make sense.
Moral of the story is arm yourselves and don't give these motherfuckers a chance
At all.
to shoot your ass, because they clearly will. Yeah. Nah, yeah, for real. Yeah, so I'm proud of you and Chad going to do this shit. I definitely need, me and Jen need to go for sure. Once you are y'all gonna purchase soon, or you don't know yet? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna start calling you.
That's what we've been looking at, and he's been asking me because he's more familiar with guns than I am.
Yeah.
So I just told him I like the gun. It was the first gun that I've shot, but I like the size of it. It wasn't too heavy. Of course, it wasn't very much kickback with it at all. So I was like, I like that particular gun, which he remembers the name. I don't, but I think it's similar to, like you said, like it was a 9mm. So I think it was like a CZ07 or something like that.
So are you gonna start off with the 9, and then you're gonna upgrade to an AK-47?
AK-47. So this is so off topic of what we're supposed to be talking about, but there is a gun range we had to go get, because ammo is real scarce right now. It is hard to find ammo.
Yeah.
And we had to go to like Grapevine or Colleyville, one of those. We had to go
y'all had to drive
out there to go get some ammo, and they have like a new like gun range / gun shop and all that, and they have all types of guns that you can like rent for their gun range, and they said they had machine guns that you could rent through them and shoot. And I was like,
yeah, I need my shit. Yeah, I definitely do. And that was our gun segment. That was Arm Yourselves by an AK-47 and Mike.
I love it. AK-47.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Man, my shit was cool. I've been in a much better headspace this week, and that's allowed me to watch a lot more anime and work and just multitask all the shit I have to do. So my current watch is much bigger than what it's been in the past. I've finished a lot of fucking shows since the last time we recorded. So I don't know how I did this. I don't even know when I did all this, but I was like, damn, I've finished a lot of shit. So
yay.
Yeah. So
Excited.
I think it helped. Yeah, it helps that I was off on Friday last week, and then of course I was off today. So that's all. That definitely those added days where I was off helped me out a lot.
Helped a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've been straight, man. Same shit. Different day is getting better and everything, I guess. Nothing new. Dogs is good. Baby's good. Jen's good. Everybody's good. So
yay, that's all that matters.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody, shout out to the Patreon supporters. We appreciate y'all. Of course, y'all keep the show moving and everything. Let me see. Shout out to all new listeners, old listeners, all y'all, everybody. Shout out to everybody. So let's see. Current watches. So since you got the shorter list,
I know
I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'll go right afterwards, and then we'll get into everything. Yeah.
Because Mike,
I was gonna lead into our first topic anyway. So
bet. Yeah, I do see that. Mine is real quick, because somebody actually told me don't tweet it on the timeline, so I stopped tweeting. I am on the second half of JoJo's Part 3, and I am at so Paul Naref and Jotaro went to go take the sword to the police station, but they stopped at the barbershop so Paul Naref could get faded up, and the stand
kid and played mullet he got.
Boy, trash. That nigga is trash.
Paul Naref is definitely big trash.
He big trash, and I'm like, bro. you guys are literally in DO territory, and you're comfortable enough to like let somebody get a razor and try to like line you up and do all that. Like people ain't after
Couldn't be
y'all.
me.
Thank you. So they're in the middle of that fight right now. And that's literally where I stopped it. I'm in the middle of an episode. I actually started Panty and Stocking with
What kind of hentai is that?
So it's not a hentai. I think it's like a comedy. It's funny because the animation style and stuff kind of reminds me of cartoons that you would see on like Cartoon Network, but it's on Funimation. And charges to my head, not my heart. When I was on the Blanime page, when I was asking people what everybody was watching,
Which we need more of, by the way.
I'll start sneaking on the page a little bit more.
I was so happy.
I was so bored. I was like, let me just see what everybody's doing. So
you see, everybody was shitting on me when you got on there. They was like, "Thank God." You see, they don't appreciate me. It's fine.
We appreciate you, Mikey. I don't know how you do it.
Nah.
I will say that. I don't know how you do it. It was so much for me. I was like, oh, this is a lot of people to respond to.
They was like, we want Nay. So I was like, yeah, please. Because they tired of my ass.
I'll start getting on there. You troll a lot more. I really was like, what are y'all watching? Oh, yay. Tell me what that's about. I felt like I was being so nice. I can't think of her name either that told me, because there was so many people that responded. That particular person, I cannot remember her name. I don't even know if she listens to the show. If she does, I'm so sorry. You can tweet me. I just can't remember it right now. But she told me to watch it, and it's like a comedy, and it's like two. So basically, I only watched the first episode, but it's basically like two angels who like did something. God was like, all right, y'all gotta bounce. So they got like kicked out of heaven, and so they have to do like these tasks and stuff, and like I don't know if it was Earth or like limbo or whatever, but once they accomplish what they're supposed to, they can go back to heaven. But it's really like I wouldn't say a dry humor comedy, but like almost, I guess, those Rick and Morty, American Dad, like an adult animation, Archer like kind of cartoon, because it kind of has some raunchy. Like the what I did watch was kind of raunchy, so it's like one of those. But it was funny from that first episode that I watched, so I'll probably end up finishing it. It's on Funimation.
I did find a synopsis for it too, and I see what you're talking about. Like it does look kind of cartoony.
Yeah, and it didn't give me when I started. I was like, I wouldn't have even, if I would have seen that outside of somebody telling me that it was an anime, I wouldn't have thought it was an anime. I would have assumed it was like a Western cartoon. But it is funny, nice little change of pace. And the last thing I did, I started Dorohedoro. I'm on episode 3 or 4.
You're not too far behind me.
Okay, it's interesting. It's different, very gory, so I appreciate that.
I told you that first episode.
Bisky number 2.
Facts. Big facts.
Whoa, boy. And it's funny because in my head I was like, I know this is a woman, but I was like, no, it might just
she don't. Yeah. I was confused at first.
I was like, this might be a woman, but it might just be, you know how they do. Sometimes they'll just have the man just have a soft voice. So I was like, I don't know what they're doing. But when they actually let her take her mask off, I was like, okay, Bisky, cool.
Yeah.
I see you done made it to another anime.
Yeah.
But I do like I like so far like where it's going, I guess. I like the animation. Like I said, it's gory.
You see what I mean? Like when they kind of like combined the CGI with the drawing, like,
and I almost couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Like what part? Like I had to watch really closely to be like, I think that was CGI-ish. But they did, like you said, they did a really good job implementing the CGI. It wasn't overdone. It meshed really well, so I could appreciate that. So far so good. I'll definitely finish it out. I don't really have too much of an opinion on it right now, other than it's straight. I'll keep watching it to kind of figure out what's going on because it's kind of weird.
Okay. And
I want to get into your list. Because the
Okay.
first thing that you watched, I actually tried to start that at the beginning of the year. That's a basketball anime, isn't it?
Yeah, you did. You try to start it. You didn't fuck with it.
It wasn't that I didn't fuck with it. I started watching other stuff. It was literally, it came on. I think I tried to start it like within the first month. So like within their first 4 episodes. And the first episode was cool, but it's kind of hard for me to get into sports anime. Oh, and I did try this. I did watch the first episode of Megalobox. So I'll finish
Okay.
But sports animes are just different for me. So because I haven't watched Kuroko no Basket, I haven't watched Haikyuu. The only one I've ever watched was Mix, and I think that's more so a slice of life other than like a sports anime, even though they were playing baseball. So I wasn't. I don't really have an opinion on it. I didn't pick it back up. What do you think about it though? Cause
I actually really, really enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big sports anime person either. I think the only one off the top of my head that I've actually watched was iShield 21, and that was a football anime, so I can kind of relate to it. But this Ahiro no Sora, it's actually really good, and especially like I'm a basketball fan, and I feel like people that like really, really play, like you play college ball, like I feel like you will really appreciate it because they break down the shit. Like everything, they break down literally everything about basketball, but it's still good with the story. Like they make the story flow really well. Like they was talking about 2-3 zones and a box zone with the one person that's ISO. Or the triangle zone with the two that's ISO'd, and like they were breaking the shit down, setting screens. Like, and the good thing about it is all these niggas is trash, but they all have one good thing that they're really, really good at.
And it makes them a good team.
It makes them a good team because they don't know how to play as a team, but then they like gradually start learning how to fucking play as a team. And that shit is good to see because the main character, Sora, he's mad short,
isn't it?
The nigga like 5'3" or some shit. He's short as hell. And everybody else taller than a bitch. But even though he's short as fuck, this nigga can shoot and he can ball. He just short as fuck, so he has a really hard time keeping up with motherfuckers that are taller than him. But that nigga can hit threes. That nigga can move. He got really good handles, and he plays a 2 guard. And so he plays 2. There's another nigga. The only thing I don't really like about the show is that there's one character. Actually, there's 2 characters that are twins, but they don't look nothing alike. They look completely different. They're twins though. Yeah, one of them has a fucking afro. I'm like, y'all Japanese people don't have fros. Like, why does this nigga have an afro? And then there's another nigga that has cornrows. Like, I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing out here? Like, but on the flip side with that is these niggas like literally be wearing Jordans and Nikes. Like, it's not like the little fake brand. They be having real ass Jordans and Nikes and shit in the show. I'm dead ass. Like,
so weak.
And they reference like actual basketball players in the show and everything. Like, yeah.
I need to. Booby told me about that show way at the beginning of the year, which is I think is why I picked it up because like you were saying with the whole basketball thing. Since I played, people think like, oh, okay, you'll really be interested in this because it's something you relate to. I might go ahead and pick it back up since you're giving it.
I think real hoopers like you would like definitely have an appreciation for it because you'd be like, I've done this before. I've run a fucking zone before, shit like that, and that shit, like I said, that shit is dope. Like I was so surprised that I like it. I was watching it on Verve, and I was watching the dub. The dub is actually really good.
Okay.
It's only I think it's only 20. It's only 20 episodes in the dub, and I think it's like 39 episodes in the sub, but it's still ongoing. Like
I was just gonna say they haven't taken a break yet.
The total episodes are gonna be whenever it's done. I guess for the first season or whatever, it's gonna be 50. So they got a lot more episodes before it's over with for this first. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, them niggas. Like I said, I gotta give it to them niggas. The one nigga, one of the twins, he trash. He can't shoot, but he can pass his ass off. So he the point guard. That nigga cold as fuck is finding people to pass to. The other twin, this nigga, he really can't shoot. Like he really try. He can't lay up. He can't do nothing, but he can jump. Right. He can jump high as shit. So he's a center. and he damn near don't let nobody get in the paint. The nigga with the cornrows is a small forward, and that nigga just like fast as fuck. And he cold. And he can shoot, and he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. He cold as fuck. He the best player on the team. But that nigga's cold than a bitch. But yeah, that I like I said, I never in my life thought I would enjoy a sports anime, but I'm really glad I gave it a shot. I was just like, it just came up like on suggested on Verve, and I was like, man, fuck it, let me cut it on in the background and just see. And I was cutting it. I was like, damn, this shit kind of good. Yeah.
See? That's good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I told myself I want to make sure that I watch more different shit. Like, I don't want to be known as this the shonen only nigga. Like, I gotta, sharpen my sword so I can look at a whole bunch of different shit. Eventually I'm gonna be put on a slice of life and really, really give it a chance. But yeah, I'm gonna get like you on that. So I was like, let me put on some sports shit, but that shit's actually really good. So kudos to the people that made a Hero no Sora. That shit's pretty good. So yeah, I think I got 20 episodes of Hero no Sora in.
Okay.
I did last week after we recorded. I did finish Inspector. It was straight. It was definitely straight. It was only 12 episodes, and it was straight. This one I think that you would really, really enjoy because it's kind of like it's a thriller in the sense that it's like a thriller / mystery. So they have to. The main character is like the goddess of wisdom, and she essentially like, in order for her boyfriend to beat this fucking Spectre, she had to essentially. Let me see how can I say this without spoiling it. She had to put in a lot of shit in motion outside of her boyfriend fighting the Spectre in order for the Spectre to be weak enough for him to beat the Spectre. And on top of that, she had to work with his ex-girlfriend. So it was just like, it was crazy though. But Inspector is actually really good. It is a Crunchyroll original, which I didn't even realize that until after I finished it. So okay, this is one of their originals as well. So they've got 2 originals that I've seen. So Inspector and Tower God. So their Crunchyroll originals are 2 of 2 right now for me. Yeah.
The animation looked good. I watched the first couple episodes. The animation looked really good on that. I'll probably go ahead and finish it because there's a couple that are in that fantasy realm that, because I think I've said this, that Inspector really, it gives me Midnight Occult Civil Servant vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the storylines are different, so I won't say that, but it just gives me vibes like that because they both kind of deal with that other realm, and only certain people can see the creatures of that other realm, and they're trying to figure. They're basically like police, like detectives in Midnight Civil Servants, and so I know that the storyline's a little bit different. But I'm I haven't finished either one, so I think I might do that this week because I'm glad you said it was straight. Did it end off to where you think there's a season 2 coming, or
there should be? I don't know for a fact that they will be. Like it ended in the sense that where they can end it and be over, or they can end it and they can keep it going because technically the person that they had to defeat is still alive, so they could definitely keep it going if they wanted to. So I don't know. I think Inspector just came out this year, so no telling. Like if they're gonna do something, it'll be in the future. So we'll see.
Heads up.
But yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed it. I'll probably get Inspector. I'll probably give it an 8.5. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
solid.
It. That's real solid.
Yeah, I fuck with it. What else did I finish? Let me get to the shit that I'm gonna shit on. I'm gonna put the shit I'm gonna shit on last. Digimon came back. I did watch one episode of Digimon. Still love it. Still nostalgia. I don't want to get too much into it because it's week to week. But yeah, it's. I'm still enjoying that shit. Let me see here. Devil's Line. So you told me a few weeks ago to watch Devil's Line, and I actually watched it. It was okay. It could have been done a lot better. I put it like this. Devil's Line is like basically like the anime version of Twilight is what I took from it.
I could definitely see that because his ass had no emotion. He started kind of falling, I guess, falling for her or whatever.
Yeah, they fell for each other, and then in my head, I'm like, bro. Now, mind you, if I'm into somebody that's cool, but if I know that they're a blood sucking vampire, I'm probably not gonna be still attracted to them. You know,
Exactly.
I value my safety that much.
Right. You would think.
Like, and she was just so into this nigga, and I was like, bro, this nigga, like he really loves you, but at the same time, like, there's no reason why if you have a scab and your scab gets opened up, he gonna be on your fucking ass.
I can't believe you finished it. I don't think I could even get through the first couple of episodes.
You didn't finish it? Oh, I didn't know if you finished it.
No, I never finished it. I don't know if I have it on my on hold part of the list or if I actually dropped it, but I did not finish it.
Yeah, I went ahead and finished it. I was just like, I'm 6 episodes in. It's 12 episodes. It's like these 12 episodes. I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, I'm finishing these 12 episode animes. Like, if it's trash, it's trash. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. Like, and see. I finished Devil's Line this week, and I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I think that they steered away from what's really good about it, as far as the devils fighting and all that shit. It was really like it was more so romance than anything. Yeah. And I don't really go to anime for no lovey-dovey shit. So that's just me. But it might be something that somebody likes. If you like vampires and you like romance and you like yeah, fuck it, just vampires and romance and a little bit of action here and there, you know, it might be for you.
That's true. Okay.
Animation wise, it's really good. It looks good. It's just the show itself. So it hit and miss some places, but yeah, I finished that one too. Let's see, what else did I finish? Let me see.
So much shit on here.
I know I watched. Let's see. Here no Sword, Devil's Line, Inspector, Digimon. Okay, bit. Okay, Gleipnir finished last week. And as much as I was enjoying Gleipnir, yeah, I finished it. As much as
I feel like you finna say that shit fell off towards the end.
So, and I know Mike Chick, Waifu, they'll agree with me on this one. Bro, this show literally has everything. It has everything to be a great anime, and it just wasn't executed well at all. Like the premise of the show is fire, and they just didn't do a good job of lining up. If they didn't do a good job of putting the story together, and that's the only issue, because animation fire, the whole concept of the show where, you know, everybody gets these tokens and they have to go talk to this alien and they have special powers and shit. Like, it's unique and it's really, really good. It's just that they just didn't put this fucking story together good enough, and it kind of took away from it. Like, one of the episodes, they had like a backstory, like a flashback episode, and that shit was so good that they should have put that shit at the beginning of the show and then went from there. But they didn't put the flashback episode into like 10 episodes, 9 episodes, or 12 episodes in. I'm like, bro, we should have been found this shit out a long ass time ago. Now the show's over with.
So did it end like, because I keep asking this, but like, is it done type of thing? Like,
it ain't done.
Oh, okay.
No,
so they could come back in season 2 kind of thing, or
I would hope they come back and fucking make up for the bullshit that they just did. Because the story is clear. It's not over. Like, the story isn't over. You can tell the story isn't over with. But the way the season ended, I'm like, bro, this was anticlimactic. Like, it wasn't like no huge ass, you know, wow type. Like, you know how they save all the best shit for the last episode. Right. It just wasn't enough to. It was lackluster. Yeah, it's just like, bro, y'all didn't do enough in this last episode to make up for the hot and cold y'all had this entire 12, 13 episode run. So I'm gonna have to give Gleipnir overall 6 out of 10. And it could easily be a 9 out of 10 if they just put the story together the right way. Because the animation hits. The
Yeah, the
premise of the show
animation's
hit.
really good.
The premise of the show fire. Like there's a lot of stuff fire about the show, but they fucked off the storytelling, and that storytelling is very important on anime. You gotta, if you're gonna have all this good shit, you gotta have a good story.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Damn, I sure hate to hear that because you spoke really highly of it. At least halfway through, I would say the first probably 6 episodes or so. So
I was like, okay, because the first part I was into it. I was like, okay, babe. And then just these last 6 episodes, I was like, all right, bro.
So I think I'm on episode like 6, and that's where I kind of was like, I'm cool. I'll finish this eventually. Like that's where I got. I was like, I'll finish this, but I'm not pressed.
They the storytelling. They fucked it up. That's all I'll say about it. Like it could have been. It could have been really fucking good, and I was really disappointed with them. So I'm not going to tell anybody to not finish it. All I'll say is that don't go into the end of the show with high expectations because it kind of it just did. They fucked their momentum was just like up and down. I'm like, all right, well, god damn it, like be consistently and just go up. But no, yeah. But Gleipnir, that's over with. I could care less to see season 2 or not. I mean, I'll watch a season 2, but I'm not looking for a season 2. I'll put it like that. So, all right. So let me see here. Fire Force dropped today, which we're recording on a Friday, but when you hear this, it'll be Monday. So the Fire Force dropped. Now these niggas did an amazing job for this first episode of season 2. Nay, I know you're not finished with season 1, but season 2 was like it started off kind of goofy, and then literally they flipped the switch, and it went straight to 10. It was a big ass fight scene in the middle of season of the episode 1 of season 2. Bless you. And
Thank you.
Yeah, and so Fire Force started off with a bang, and I'm very proud of them for not doing that slow shit where they gotta ease you back into the story. They got to the shits quick, so.
Good shit.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people were a lot of people on the timeline seemed satisfied. Did it like drop later than it was supposed to today or something?
So my ending list said that it's supposed to drop like at 11 a.m. today, and I didn't watch it until like 5 or 6 p.m. today, but I feel like I don't think it dropped until later on in the day. I don't know if that had something to do with the Funimation Con. Well, it's on Crunchyroll too. I don't know. I really don't know. It just dropped a lot later than it was supposed to. So, whatever. It came out today. So, yeah. So Fire Force is gonna be my Friday anime, I guess. And I'm very happy the way it started off. They got straight back to the shits and with a big fight to start off the show. So.
I'm definitely gonna pick it back up. I know somebody asked. I'll probably start in this week so I can try to catch up. Try to catch up to season 2.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I got everything out here. Yeah. So last one was BNA, which stands for Brand New Animal. We'll talk about that later on in the show. It's a new anime on Netflix. But I think I watched 7 episodes of that. And I think it's only 12 episodes, so that'll be done this weekend. Yeah, so that's all my current watches and everything.
You got some shit in. I'm
very, very proud and surprised at myself.
Cheers.
Here, red cup. For getting all this anime in. Honestly, I'm shocked. I'm like, damn, I didn't watch all this shit this week in the past 7 days. So.
I'm so proud.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about BNA in a second here. It is time for the good old Ask Blanime. So I did put it on IG, and let me see it. Anybody put it in our Discord? Let's see. Nope, nobody in
Discord.
Yep. All right, cool. Let me get on over to IG here and see who all asked. So we actually got some really good questions.
Ooh, I'm excited. This is such a fun segment. I hope you guys like it.
Oh yeah, Fire Force. Real quick before we get into it, Fire Force is gonna add a new black character with fucking he got braids and everything, and he is voiced by Cena Robinson. So Shout out to Zena Robinson. He's a black voice actor, and he's on Fire Force, and his character looks dope as fuck. He look like he cold as hell. So his name, the voice of the character is Ogun Montgomery, and this nigga looks cold. So love seeing these black characters on these shows.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, all right, let me see what we got here.
Got some questions. My allergies are backed up.
Oh, there's one that I didn't see earlier. Let me put that on there. Okay.
I really do appreciate the people that do this with us every week and ask the questions.
Yes,
Shout
absolutely.
out to y'all.
It makes the show fun.
It does.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right, cool. Yeah, so I got 8 on here. I got 8 questions on here, and then I think it's 2 more on the Discord, but I have to go back to it.
Okay.
All right, so this is from our boy Rob J, and he said, this is a good question. I think we've talked about this before. How many episodes do y'all give an anime before deciding to drop it? I think it all depends.
It does depend. It low key depends on what the hype is, I guess. Like when people attack you or have an agenda for you to watch something. For me personally, though, outside of that, if it's just something that I picked up at random, like, no recommendation, I just pick it up 3.
Same.
And if you can't, because I feel like at 3 episodes, we agree at 3 episodes, I should have something that's gonna pull me in by that 3rd episode. If I get to 3 and you ain't did nothing to pull me in, then I shouldn't have to watch it.
I'm really big on like setting the tone early, and getting me drawn in early. Like if you take your sweet ass time to get the story going and make me interested, then I'll probably drop it. So, for example, I dropped Plunderer. I think after 3 episodes, I literally just lost interest in it. It just wasn't anything that I had to get back to, even though 3 episodes in. There was one, Nate. There was one that we watched last year that I dropped, and I think we both let it go. Fair.
I already knew because I dropped Fairy Gone. That season, I dropped Fairy Gone. I dropped To the Embedded Sacred Beast. I dropped, I think from that particular season, that might have been spring last year. That might have been spring. I dropped them 2. I did not, they were both redundant.
Yeah.
And after episode 3, on both of them, I was like, bro, I just can't get into this. They had the potential, but I was like, y'all haven't pulled me in by this time. I'm not even finna waste my 17 minutes watching this shit. So,
yeah, majority of the time it's about 3 episodes that we'll give it before we really get the shit off our plate. Like there's so much other shit that I can watch that has my interest that I don't have to waste time with something that's not going to keep my interest enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So as much like all the anime I watched this week that I finished too, like it's kept my interest enough to finish it through the 12 episodes or however many episodes it has. So even if I didn't like it at the end, I still had enough interest to finish it out. So
figure out what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So 3. Yeah.
Rob, what's yours? Shit.
Yeah,
tell
Rob.
us on the timeline.
Yes, please tell us how many episodes for you guys, does it take for you to drop the shit completely?
I say 3 is a good number.
Yeah. Have a good story so we don't have to drop it early. So yeah. Our boy, one of our Patreon listeners, King K's name, I think that's how I'm pronouncing it right. He said, what Western cartoons do you think will make a good anime? He says, I say Big Ben 10. I 100% agree with you. Big Ben 10 will make a fire as anime. I think that Samurai Jack damn near is an anime, so I don't know if that technically counts, but Samurai Jack for sure. We all love Avatar. We all treat Avatar as an anime, even though it's technically a Western cartoon. I'm trying to think what else.
A good one.
Western cartoon. What else?
Cartoon. Maybe
Danny Phantom. I don't know.
I was gonna say like maybe like a Jimmy Neutron.
That's damn near Dr. Stone.
I guess that is Dr. Stone, huh?
The modern Dr. Stone without him being in the Stone Age.
You
Yeah.
know which one
that's
I would
a good
say?
one though. What?
You know what I would say? This is old school. A lot of y'all too young to know anything about this.
Oh
this
shit,
era.
she's showing our age now.
Captain Planet, bro. I loved Captain Planet. He's my hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero.
I am dead.
I love Captain Planet. I know the whole theme song, but I'm not gonna do y'all like that.
These niggas don't know about Captain Planet.
They don't. All them rings. I think that would be a really good anime because they could split off. I don't ever remember. I never, Captain Planet came on hella late at night.
Hell
back
yeah.
in the day. So I never watched. I don't know if I've ever watched them in order per episode, but like if they did kind of go into detail with each person, because it was just like it was so diverse. All of the people who had, all the teenagers who had the rings, they were very diverse from different parts of the world.
Yep.
Captain Planet was fucking blue. So I think they could really take that and make that into a good ass anime. That's my number one, Captain Planet.
That's a good one. I completely forgot about Captain Planet. That probably would be pretty good. Let me see. I'm going through a list right now. I'm trying to see. I'm showing my age on this one. Now, did you ever watch Street Sharks?
Mm-mm.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm showing my age. So that Street Sharks came out in 94. It was so this is the premise of Street Sharks. Man, I'm showing my age. And I had this videotape. I had this VHS. So
yeah, they don't know nothing about that.
So Street Sharks is based on 4 brothers, and their dad is like the scientist. I think his name was like Dr. Bolton or some shit like that. Their dad was a scientist, and their dad gets like he's working like on genetic splicing and shit like that. And so this evil dude that he worked with like to steal his research and shit stabbed him with his genetic research, and like the dad disappears. Like he gets stabbed with the shit. He get kind of like morphs into this monster. You don't get to see him, but he morphs into this monster and he completely disappears. And the evil dude tells his 4 sons to pull up and come check on their dad and everything. And he uses the sons as the experiment, and he stabs all of them with like this genetic splicer of 4 different sharks. So one brother is like merged with great white shark DNA. One's a hammerhead shark, one's a whale shark, and the other one's a tiger shark. And they all like look different. They all look like these sharks, but they still keep their like humanoid form or whatever. And so they basically have become superpowered. They have super strength. They look like sharks, and they can they're so strong that they can literally dive into concrete and swim through the concrete with their like fin up, as sharks and shit. So they were called street sharks, and they can literally rip through the streets and shit like that. That's how strong they were. Yeah, and that was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Yeah, and that shit
actually has an anime vibe to it. Just the description.
Yeah, and so yeah, they need to bring that shit back. And so they end up grabbing the evil dude and splicing him with fucking piranha. So whenever the evil dude gets mad, his face will like turn into like half piranha or some shit like that. So they call him like Dr. Piranoid or some shit like. I love that fucking cartoon, man.
I am crying right now.
I love Street Sharks. I'm about to ask everybody, do they remember Street Sharks? That was my fucking shit.
That is so funny. That is hilarious.
That was 94. We was mad young.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't remember it, because I was 3, and I don't know however long it stayed.
A lot of you niggas wasn't born when Street Sharks came out.
A lot of niggas that listen to us wasn't even a thought. Ooh, bro, Powerpuff Girls.
Yep, I can see that.
I feel like the Proud Family would be funny. Be like a nice little slice of life.
Definitely slice of life. 100%. Slice of life comedy.
Yes.
A black slice of life would be kind of hard.
Definitely would.
They need to do that.
Definitely would. And I think the last one I was kind of thinking.
Rocket Power could be like a sports anime. Yeah.
Rocket Power. Ooh, the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at Wild Thornberries anime. I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
That would be a fun one. Oh, y'all taking me back. That makes me want to watch so many
Old as hell.
cartoons. Oh no. Oh.
I'm about to ask niggas if they remember Street Sharks. Man, let me find a picture of Street Sharks.
Because I definitely feel like I've never heard of it. Did it come on like Cartoon Network?
What did Street Sharks come on? Fuck. I know at one point it was on Disney. Let me look up Street. Now I gotta look up shit. It was 3 seasons. It came out in 94. 4 brothers excellently transformed into half shark, half humans. Network was BKN. What the fuck is BKN? I honestly don't remember. It might have been one of those Saturday morning joints or some shit. I don't know.
One Saturday morning.
I'm fucking dead. I love this. I'm looking at these pictures. I love this fucking show. I can't wait for you to see this show so you can see what these niggas look like.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, but that was a good ass question though. I definitely want Street Sharks for sure. Ben 10, what you said is also really good. Yeah, I would love Ben 10. Ben 10 would be a broken fucking anime character because he would be able to he's
so OP.
He would be able to beat Goku based on the rules of Ben 10's show. So Goku's a fucking alien technically, right? So Ben 10 had the power to basically copy the DNA from an anime character. So he could technically copy all of Goku's DNA as a Saiyan and do whatever fuck Goku can do. And he also had a alien that he had in his arsenal called Alien X, and he essentially was like extra dimensional. Like he could control broken basically. He could do whatever fuck he want to do. So Ben 10 would be a broken fucking character. Yeah. So all right, yeah, that was a good one. Let me see. Next one. Choose. Okay, this is from Mike Check Waifu. They said choose your jutsu. This is. I want you to answer this one. It's a Naruto question. So choose your jutsu: Almighty Push or Planetary Devastation. Which one would you choose? I'm rolling with.
I think I'm gonna do Planetary Devastation.
Really?
I don't know. Almighty Push. I don't know. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to push. That is a good one.
Me personally, I'm rolling with Almighty Push because I feel like I could still use that in day-to-day shit. So,
I'm crying.
Like if Rain is acting up, I can Almighty push his ass across the apartment.
I am crying. He said I could use that on an everyday.
Yeah, I could use that like on a day-to-day basis. Planetary Devastation, like I
fuck some shit up.
I'm fucking up a whole city or some shit. I might get Florida out of here with Planetary Devastation.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, because there's some shit that I would get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, tell move from Florida so I can really just like let it go on Florida. So yeah.
That's a good one. That's actually that's a hard one. That's really
Yeah.
It's a person. We love Pain.
Yeah. I fuck with Pain. Heavy. Yeah. This world shall know pain type shit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm still rolling. I'm rolling to push. If I got Planetary Devastation, I'm gonna use that to get a lot of niggas out of here. And I don't necessarily need to. I don't.
That's why I need it. That is why I need it. I'm getting niggas the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was my chick wife who food. Let me see. Okay, so somebody, what's his name? Let me see. Chocolate_Graham. He asked us. He said, "Hearing y'all discuss Castlevania would be hilarious." We actually have discussed Castlevania. And I looked it up. So we discussed Castlevania on 63 and 64. Those 2 episodes we talked about the most, I think, this year anyway. And then of course I think we touched on it briefly last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've definitely talked about Castlevania before. We both fuck with Castlevania. And yeah, we'll be looking for the next season to drop. So,
because the way that shit ended,
yeah,
it's far enough. Them heads, ooh, I felt like I was watching. Ooh, Lord, I was like, Alucard is mad. Y'all done fucked up. Y'all done fucked up. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Saida said, if you were the protagonist of an anime or a manga, what genre would you want it to be?
Mine. I don't want to say horror because then y'all think I would be.
Horror.
I low key want to go with. I want to go with either that or like a shoujo. I would probably do like just a shoujo, or be like your everyday female superhero Sailor Moon kind of thing. It'd either be that or like a fucking detective.
Yeah, I thought about it, and I think that for me, I think that isekai would be kind of dope.
You definitely like it. So.
Yeah, I do. I just think for myself to take myself out of here and then go somewhere else and adapt to the rules of a whole new world type shit would be
cool.
An interesting thing to do.
As soon as I show up in the Shield Hero world, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. So
yeah, now Fumi handled this shit a lot better than I would because
planetary devastation. Period. Like as soon as they would have started that shit, y'all are gone. And I'm going back to my world.
I would have been Raid Shield from the first episode, and it wouldn't be. Yeah, it wouldn't be no 4 heroes. I would have got everybody out of here.
Out of here.
Like fuck y'all niggas. Y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe me when I'm saying this bitch is over here lying. I didn't fucking rape this girl. I didn't sexually assault this girl. And y'all not even trying to hear me out. Like the bitch is sitting there smiling, laughing at the shit. Like she not even. Yeah, no. I Raid Shield.
That shit ain't it. That would be dope though to go into like a isekai. No.
That time like a reincarnated slime. That nigga's broken too.
Let's see. Oh, you did say that. I haven't watched that though. You did say that. I feel like Worst Gen said that too.
He probably getting Goku out of here too. Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't. You know what? I said a shoujo or a horror anime, but sometimes they die in horror animes. I wouldn't be opposed to like a magic anime though, like being kind of put into like a magical kind of thing. I don't know if I would be. I don't know which type of magical realm I would want to go into.
Black Clover?
I was thinking that, but I'd be mad as hell if I was Asta. So I would have to go in there with some dope ass, like, I don't want anti-magic. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cool concept for Asta, not for me. That shit pisses me off. So
you probably be like a Yami. You probably have dark magic or some shit like. You be not Yami or Julius type shit. Like, yeah.
Definitely. Yami, he's my spirit animal, I feel like. So, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, magic anime.
Bet, okay. Yeah, all right. That was a good one, Saida. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks,
let me see here. At the Black Cave said, since one of y'all watched Avatar, what are your top 3 American cartoons? So we kind of top 3 American cartoons. Yeah, we kind of talked about American cartoons a second ago.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have a top 3. I enjoy these goddamn fireworks. I enjoy all of the popular stuff from our childhood and American anime. I don't really know too much about the current current cartoons that are out right now. I guess the adult shit I know about, like Family Guy and American Dad and shit like that, but
Archer is funny, and Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. Avatar is up there for sure. Not too huge on the Legend of Korra. I also need to give it another chance. It's been years since I've seen it. Yeah, bro. I don't really too much have a top three right now. I wasn't prepared for a top three of American cartoons.
Oh, I haven't finished Avatar. I know like South Park. Um, are we talking about adult animation kind of
Well, they
cartoons
just
or
said
just
he just
like
said top three
top three
American
American
cartoon. So
cartoons?
technically, any American cartoon out of everything.
And everything.
I watch so much
That's
fucking
just so
anime and
hard.
I damn near can't think of any American cartoons. Like
Right. I was gonna say it's so many because I like Dexter's Lab,
I like all.
like I said,
Okay,
South Park.
I know one off the top of my head. I do know Young Justice for sure. Young Justice is like all the DC characters and everything, and it's animated. So Young Justice would 100% be on there for sure. All the superhero shows like the DC and Marvel superhero shows that are animated, I fuck with all of those. So yeah, you can put any of the good ones in there, and that'll be in my top three. So OG
Right.
Spider-Man, OG X-Men, Young Justice, all that
Ooh,
stuff.
gargoyles, boy, gargoyles. Ooh, that could be a anime.
Whose voice was the
Was it James Earl Jones?
his voice is somebody famous. Now I gotta look it up. What was his name? Goliath?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see who
I
Gargoyle.
thought they was supposed to be bringing that. Oh, that came out in '94. I
Yeah,
just remember
Gargoyles is
watching
mad
it when I
old.
was older. Keith
Okay.
David.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay. I knew it was somebody's voice. Yeah.
Talking.
It's you can hear it now.
I realized it was him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I knew it was somebody's voice. I was like, his voice is somebody famous. I can't.
Very distinct. I didn't realize it was him, but ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Sally Richardson was the last. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah, I don't know.
52.
I don't know nobody else. Oh, Tim Curry. Okay, Tim Curry's on there. Okay.
This lady is not 52. She looks wonderful. Wow. I love A Low Down Dirty Shame, one of my favorite movies. I did not realize. Wow. I did not know she was. They had a black ass cast, low key. Well, two people, but two important people. Okay, yeah, Gargoyles will definitely be up there. They don't want us to go into cartoons, them old school cartoons they don't know nothing about.
Right. Yeah, we old, so don't do that. Okay, it's from Matt, and I think there's only two more left after this one. Yeah, Matt, this one and another one. Okay, which isekai would you rather be summoned, transported to if you had the choice? I'm trying to think. Would I rather be a shield hero? Would I rather be? And at that time, I was reincarnated as a slime. It really depends on who I am if I'm transported into either one of these worlds. So like if I'm transported into that time, if I'm transported into Rising the Shield Hero and I'm one of the heroes, like whether it be the sword, shield, whatever arrow hero, I'm cool with that. That's good with me. If I'm transported into that time I reincarnated slime, if I'm not Rimuru Tempest, then I don't want to be in that world because that world there's a lot of fucking monsters in that world and I don't want no parts of none of them niggas.
Period.
Yeah. So yeah, it really depends. It depends who I am in these isekai. So off the top of my head, I'd say Rising of the Shield Hero, but I need to know who I am. If I'm just a regular nigga, then I don't really want to be there.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Maybe that or sword art. That's a like you said, it really depends on what kind of power I'm gonna go in with and shit like that. But you know what? I wouldn't even mind maybe going into No Game No Life.
Haven't seen that one.
It's a good one. It's like a brother and sister who get like transported into this world where everything you do is basically a game to like. And it's like different. Any game you could think of, like you be walking down the street, you like, or you go to a restaurant, it might be a game that you get to choose, or the owner of the restaurant gets to choose, and it could be as simple as like rock, paper, scissors. That might be, it would be between them three. Because I feel like No Game, No Life, you kind of have, if you're good at games and shit in general, like you might have a fighting chance to survive in that world. So that might be my top one, actually.
Okay.
That was a good one, Matt.
Yeah.
I hope
shout
you're
out to-
enjoying Astro Lost in Space too.
Oh, Matt's
Everybody's
watching
been
that.
watching. Yeah, he messaged me on IG earlier this week. Everybody's watching that this week, I feel like. So I think Rob is watching it. Matt, it's a few people I've seen on the timeline watching it. So shout out to y'all for watching greatness.
Yes. Astro Lost in Space should be on. If you haven't seen it, everybody should watch that.
Yeah,
Panda just watched
definitely.
it this past week and she loved it.
Yes, because I was like, girl, thank you. About time.
Yes, I was like,
Tell y'all to watch
I was
this
like, you mad late. It's an amazing anime. Yeah. All right, cool. Last one. I think it's the last one. Black Heroes. He said, what anime hype train got your expectations up but let you down? I'm trying to think. I really don't be getting on the hype trains like that. I'll watch some shit.
Timeline, Sleep, Assassination Classroom. I'm sorry.
But there's no hype train behind it. I don't think everybody has seen it.
There's an agenda, I feel like, behind, because
Everybody that's seen it in its entirety has told you, like, look, you need to watch this. So she refuses to watch it.
I watched 7 episodes. Beyond
that is not, as somebody that's seen it all the way through, that's not enough.
It's just so hard.
But I guess if you want to call that a hype train, cool. I'm trying to think what's some popular shit that everybody give a fuck about. I don't really care about. Fucking Hunter x Hunter. That hype train I tried to get on, and I was just highly disappointed. And as you can see last night, I got a few people mad at me.
I am crying. I'm not mad at that. I still ain't finished it. That's something I said I was gonna try at least before the binge challenge is up.
We definitely want to talk about that next week too.
Yeah, so I probably need to try to. Yeah, I need to get a couple things done. I'm not moved by that. So
yeah, I'm gonna say Hunter x Hunter. That's a good one. Hunter x Hunter is not bad, but I hold Tagashi in a very, very high regard. So anything that he makes, I feel like it should be at minimum UU level. And to me, I didn't enjoy Hunter x Hunter the way I enjoyed Yu Yu Hakusho. So it was a bit of a letdown there. This is by no means trash. It's just nowhere near as enjoyable as Yu Yu Hakusho.
I feel like there is sometimes like Yu, the simplicity of Yu, and just who Yusuke was, who his friends were, and the way it was written, it was cool. Like I really enjoyed just exactly how it was. For me right now with Hunter x Hunter, I think what really started throwing me off some when I started watching it, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be too moved if I take my time finishing it, or I'm not gonna be pressed about it. Is the whole was it 10 nin like sometimes you could give people information, but how important necessarily is that information if you give us all of that breakdown? And I think when they started really going, when they were in that tower doing all the stuff and they were training and they started breaking down all of that shit, I was like, bro, do I really have to know that? It just kind of, I was just like, this is, I don't really care too much unless it's like, so if it's something I absolutely have to remember, okay, cool. But for me to have to remember all these different steps to nin, this is kind of ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it's not, I'm just not moved either way, I guess. So I'm not mad at that. What you said, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, no, I'm not rolling 100 the way everybody else. Everybody else loves it. I don't really care for it like that.
I feel like everybody hypes up something a little bit too much, and that's my thing. I'm trying not to be that person, because when you hype something up for somebody and they go in with those expectations, like, you can't be mad when they're not, when somebody's like, well, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
So, right. So you have to kind of watch when you're doing that. And there's a few that I said the one I feel is that. So,
and I also feel like this podcast would be trash if we were in love with the shit that the masses were in love with. Like,
most definitely.
Yeah. Because even though I say shit sometimes to trigger some of y'all, a lot of people actually agree with me on my timeline sleep tweet from last night. So, and just for context, I said timeline sleep, and I said Gon is a trash MC, and Hunter x Hunter is carried by Killua, which I'll stand by because Killua is much more interesting and much more likable than Gon to me. So.
Gon is just super, super, super duper nice. Like, his innocence is almost just too. It's almost too much, because it's like, golly, why is this kid going through this just to meet his dad? Like, why is this all happening? And I mean, he's looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. But he hasn't been through a lot. And it's like, you're watching him go through this, but I get it, like, that optimistic, but he's just so nice. Like you said, Killua has a little more killer, no pun intended, in him. Like, it's just, his character is just more like, I like how this nigga thinks. I like how he moves. He sees the world a little bit differently. And he is a very enjoyable character. I will say that. He probably the reason why, him and Kurapika are the reasons why. And John B is cool to see every now and then. Sorry,
John B. Fuck that nigga. He trash.
That nigga, Leorio and Polnareff are the same character.
Oh, I'm dead.
But they're not ready for that discussion.
Yeah, they not. Yeah. Yeah, so we probably both agree on Hunter x Hunter for that one. Actually, we did have one more question, and we can wrap this shit up. So Chris asked us on the Discord yesterday. He said, if Blanime Podcast could pick any anime character to be them and change the outcome, who would it be? And so I asked him, I was like, just to make sure I understand your question, you're asking what character will we become and what we would change about that character. And he said, like death, crucial decision, or something else. So for example, like I could say, I choose to be Neji and not die like a dumbass fucking death because Kishimoto wrote this nigga off for no reason.
Oh.
Like, yeah. So, I mean.
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh.
So, yeah, it could be crucial. It don't necessarily have to be a death. It could be a crucial decision. It could be, something that they did that, just changed the story. But I feel like majority of the stuff that's happened to anime characters, you want to, it happens to them for a reason, for the story purposes. But there is certain things, like I said, Neji's death was just stupid. It didn't necessarily need to happen. It didn't amount to anything, him dying. It just was just like, all right, bro, Neji's dead now. And it's like, what was the point?
Right. You know what? I think I would actually go back, because you know how I feel about this. And if y'all don't know, we definitely have a Naruto Shippuden discussion episode that's, I don't even remember, that's probably in the 40s. I would change Madara's death. I would change that whole little plot, because I still can't vibe with how that shit played out. And I would probably have to change his death somehow, like, so he could still really be, like, I don't know, like him not really die, so he could overcome and actually not necessarily Sasuke and Naruto beating Kaguya and Black Zetsu, but like almost like him beating them, and then Sasuke and Naruto still has this nigga on their hands, and now it's no other. It ain't no other forces. Like y'all have to deal with Madara.
Y'all got to deal with Madara and not fucking Black Zetsu,
right? And all that shit. I think that's probably my biggest gripe. I think with everything I've watched. That's the one thing that's always fucked with me. And I guess I wouldn't mind. I would change. I would be L and not die. So near.
Not die. I knew you and L. You gotta let that go. I know you hate Near. Near's not that bad. He's not that.
He's just the same person. Why would you? If he was gonna be the same exact personality, just let
L make it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I don't like Near. It's really nothing against him.
You hate because he's a remix of fucking
L.
Yeah.
Same character, different name. So that's mine. Sorry. Good.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Off topic a little bit, but I did put there's a bot in our Discord now, and it's called Lolliet. So it's an L Discord bot. So he like drops in like random anime news and stuff in there too now. So
okay.
I don't know if you peeped that. So yeah, if you see Lolliet in there, that's L. He's dropping shit in there.
That is so crazy. That's kind of dope though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Ask Blanime. Thank you guys, everybody that asked the questions and everything. It's
so fun.
The fun part of the show that we get to talk about. So get to hear what y'all want us to discuss and everything. Let's see. Let me check the docket here. Cool. All right. So Ask Blanime's out the way. So just so y'all know, I did watch Brand New Animals, aka BNA, and it's new on Netflix now. It's a I guess how do you put it? It's a furry anime, so it's the characters are all, for the most part, you know, animaloids, humanoid animals, some shit like that. So essentially, it's based on this show is about a character. I can't remember her fucking name, but it's a female. She was human, and she ended up turning into a raccoon, like they call him Beast Man, and so she's like a humanoid raccoon, and she doesn't know how she turned into this humanoid raccoon, but she goes to a city where all the beast men live, and so they all take on the form of some kind of animal. So there's a lion man, you know, there's a rhino man, whatever animal there is, there's a person there, and so they all have the power to switch back and forth between being their human, they have a human form and they have their animal form. So she's in there and she teams up with this guy. What's his name? I'm terrible with people's names. But anyway, he's this cold ass nigga. He's a wolf humanoid, and this nigga's cold as hell. He can definitely fight. And they essentially team up to try to find out why she turned into a beast man. And there's a lot of tension between humans and beastmen, and so that's what the show's based on so far. What I've taken from it, I'm 7 episodes in, I got 5 left. I'll have a better understanding of the show probably when I'm finished. And that is new. It's on Netflix. The subtitles are still trash, just FYI. They don't match up with the words.
I can't. Did you ever watch Animorphs or Animorphous?
Yes.
And is it similar to, well, I know, again, showing our age, because a lot of y'all probably have no idea what we're talking
fucking
about.
Animorphs.
Right,
that might be a good anime too, maybe.
what is it similar to? I guess you know how like they would transition. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So in Animorphs, you know, they went from human and they turned into the animal itself.
Right.
And in BNA, they turn into a human version of the animal. So like, let's say my animal is, let's say it's a dog. So I could be Mike right now, and I could willingly change into dog Mike if I wanted to. So,
would you would still be on like your 2 legs? Still have you would just have like the okay.
Yeah, I just have the dog features, but I'd still be a humanoid version of the dog and everything. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha.
Yep, it's an interesting concept. It looks, the art style is kind of different because it kind of looks kind of cartoonish a little bit, but it's not bad at all. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm gonna finish it out and get like a really good. Like I said, I want to see how it ends and give it like a real good rating of it. But you know, we'll see what we get with that. It's some new shit. So, you know, Netflix. I'm gonna give Netflix its credit for not making another CGI anime. So, it's actually animated. So, yeah, I gotta give them their credit on that. So. Netflix, please don't let me down.
That part.
Yeah, so
You know
I just
they
want to put
asses
that out
over there.
there. I know Nate probably hadn't watched it yet, so I just want to put that out there for people that hadn't peeped that there's a new, original series on Netflix for BNA. And this next one, I actually went to put this on the docket, but Nate already had it on there, so Nate has been on top of her shit again.
Always, guys.
Yeah, so Nate, you want to
Go into it.
You want to go into that part?
Definitely. So Crunchyroll announced that they have a new podcast series coming called Anime in America. And it's going to be hosted by
Yadoye.
I was going to be right. Yadoye Travis. He is a black male. So that's going to be interesting. The picture or what Crunchyroll posted, it shows the flyer, the birth of a multicultural phenomenon, Anime in America, and then it has his picture. I didn't click too much more. I just clicked on something else to kind of see if they gave a timeline of when it will be dropping. I guess it'll actually go live July 28th. So yeah, so by the end of the month, it will be dropped, and you'll be able to listen to it on Crunchyroll.com, AnimeInAmerica.com, or the other podcasting platforms that are available. So that'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, I'll read a little bit of this this article for people that don't know what we're talking about. Let me put on my reading voice real quick. Crunchyroll has officially announced today that a new mini-series covering the history of the anime industry in America is coming soon. And you can listen to the trailer right here on Apple Podcasts. In Anime in America, the podcast will chronicle the rise of the anime industry and its journey from Japan to Saturday morning cartoons, the big screen manga, and the future of streaming platforms. Episodes in this series will focus on fan subbing, conventions, and more professional interviews from the industry experts who saw the anime industry become what it is today firsthand. Host Yadoye Travis is a comedian, actor, and writer from Atlanta, Georgia, who is the creator and the host of the Dark Tank podcast. Worked at places such as Frederator's Get in the Robot Channel, whatever the fuck that is, and has appeared and guest at such networks like BET, Comedy Central, and more. The first Anime in America episode, titled In the Beginning There Was Fan Subs, will go live on July 28th, featuring Justin Savakis, owner of the video production company Media OCD and founder of the Anime News Network. This series will be available on Crunchyroll.com, AnimeInAmerica.com, and wherever you listen to podcasts. So yeah, shout out to Yadoye. Crunchyroll, you definitely need to hire me and Nay as well, so we can also have another podcast for y'all to have on the docket and everything. So yeah, but no, I'm happy to see everybody black win outside of Candace Owens and Terry Crews.
Don't talk about his
and Ben Carson and
oh my gosh.
I could go on, but yeah, y'all get the idea. But shout out to him, man. That's dope. I'll definitely be tuning into that.
Yeah.
I always need another good anime podcast I can listen to and everything. So
right, because the community is we in there, dog.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, I really don't have too much more of that. I'm excited, and I'll be listening to it, and hopefully I can learn a lot from this podcast. It's gonna be coming out for Crunchyroll. So Crunchyroll, if you need any more up and coming talent, come holler at your boy and your girl over here, and we got you. We ready.
Thing.
Yeah. Cool. So Anime in America, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that shit. Stone Wars is dropping January 2021. So Senku Hive. So Coach, I know if you listen to this, Coach, you got January 2021. That's when Senku comes back. That's actually a good time frame because I didn't think it would be so soon. and it's coming a little bit earlier than I thought it would be because Dr. Stone was like, what was it? The fall season last year?
Yeah. And then what it ended at the beginning of this year-ish?
No, it was finished in
End of last
2019.
year?
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see. How many episodes was it? Was
Like
20? It
24?
might have been spring season when Dr. Stone came out, or no, summer season. It might have been summer season
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think it was summer.
because it ran all the way to the end of the year. So yeah, it might have been summer season when it came out last year. So it's gonna be winter season 2021. Yeah, so
I ain't mad at it.
I'm ready
for
for it.
Stone Wars.
You ready for Sukasa to fuck shit up?
That nigga's finna fuck it up. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be really, really, really good.
Yeah. Talking to Leak said that Senku's dad plays he still plays a big part in this upcoming season.
Byakuya does? Okay.
Yeah, so you know how how dope of a dad you gotta be to be able to be a dope dad from the grave.
3,700 years later, and you've been that's too real for me.
I gotta step up my dad game because like if you can be a real ass dad and you've been gone for 4,000 years damn near, yeah.
That is so crazy.
He might enter in this top 2 of all time anime dads.
No, really though. I was gonna say Father's Day next year. He definitely sound like he gonna be on the list.
Yeah,
because he was a good dad last year. So I mean, this year.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, he put that shit on that record for Senku. I'm like, bro, that shit's like, yeah. But
Lord.
I'm excited for Dr. Stone, man. I'm glad I'm glad it comes out at the early of next year, so I'll have something good to look forward to for the beginning of 2021 because 2020 is a fucking wrap.
No, really though. But when AOT drop,
we still need a date for the AOT. Yeah, the trailer drops out, which likely means it's gonna be soon, but it's July now, so I really want to know like what date do I have to put on my calendar for AOT?
Right, so I can be ready, up and ready. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I cannot wait. Oh, what's next? Oh, God of High School.
God of High School is out now. By the time you listen to this, is out now, so it's Monday the 7th, I think. Is that Monday the 7th? Tomorrow's the 5th. 6th. Yeah, 7th. Yeah, so God of High School is out. We'll talk about that on next week's episode. For sure. This is one of the ones I've been really looking forward to because it's a Crunchyroll original and a webtoon, and the trailer like looks fire. I love this. I don't think we've gotten a lot of good fights as of this year. So there hasn't been that wow fight, in anime this year. So I'm looking for it. So
yeah, that'll be good. That's gonna be a good one. Ooh.
Yeah, so God of High School. Matter of fact, God of High School might be the next one we need to. Well, that'll be down the road, but we might need to review that one
probably by the end of the year.
Yeah, so that probably be. Let's see, it's July,
end of the year,
August, September. It'll probably be done in October if it's only 12 episodes. Yeah, so that might be one for October. We'll review.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We'll go from there. So
definitely.
Let me see here. What did Black Girls Anime say? So. Demon Slayer the movie, let me see, dropping in Japan in October. So if the movie is dropping in Japan in October, I'm trying to think, when is it going to be available for us?
Well, she put that Funimation and Aniplex are linking up to bring it to the States and Canada, but she said more details to come for the stateside, so hopefully we could get it this year. Be nice. I highly doubt it. I mean, movie theaters ain't even fucking open, so.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they gonna have to push that shit like, or we can just watch it like on the AMC app or some shit.
Yep, definitely.
So, are you highly anticipating Demon Slayer? You just kind of like cool, like I'll see it when it's see it. Like, what's your feelings?
I was reading it. And then I just kind of stopped because manga is it's not that it's not my thing, but I just kind of like watching anime. Like I actually watch the movements and stuff, and like seeing it and not necessarily reading it. But what I got, I guess, of the manga, I probably could have kept going, but I'm not really just pressed. I guess I'm just kind of like whenever y'all come.
I'm just glad Demon Slayer is over because now I don't have to see spoilers on the timeline anymore.
Oh yeah, because you've seen a lot of spoilers, and
I'm over it.
I haven't seen.
That's probably why I'm not hyped for the movie, is because I literally know like some shit that's gonna happen, and like it takes away from me being excited for the next part because I'm like, okay, well I know a piece of what's gonna happen here, so it is what it is. Like I just don't, I don't get the shock and excitement of it happening now is gone from me. So it's cool. I mean, I'm not salty. It's just like I'm just not hyped for it. So I probably might be hyped if I didn't know anything that was going to happen. So
right, I'm interested to see what I've read, what I got to reading animated. So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. Funimation Con. It's literally happening right now. So by the time you're listening to this episode, it's already over with. Yeah. How do you feel about those virtual cons?
I think I definitely got to tune into a little bit of the one that I don't even remember what they called it now. I slept since then. But the one that Sensei and them all put together, that was pretty cool. I think it's a great idea with what we're like the situation we're in right now, where you can't really do anything. You don't need to be around a lot of people, but you still get the interaction like you are. I seen somebody on the timeline today, and I can't remember her name right now. I'm so bad with names. I feel so bad because she's a listener too. But she said that she had never been to a con, but she was enjoying Funimation Con, and she felt like she was getting the experience of like actually being at one. So I say, if that's how people got to get it, right now with these unprecedented times, then by all means go for it. I haven't tuned in. I might try to tune into something just to see. I don't know what panels and stuff they have tomorrow, but I might kind of tune in and see.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule for today. I'm not going to read off all of these that are on here, but I do see the ones that stuck out to me there was a My Hero voice actor question and answer Q&A, and they did do a screening for the dub of Fire Force episode season 2 episode 1. They did a Fruits Basket voice actor Q&A, and then let me see, it was another one. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, so those are the ones that stuck out to me. All the rest of the shit I don't really know too much about, like the musical guest Blue on Cam. I don't know who that is. Yeah, so it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, that's Friday room 1. So there's different rooms for it. Let me see what's in room 2. Interviews and King Vader's My Hood Academia 2. Okay, so King Vader had the thing today. That was 11:30 this morning. Right Stuff Anime. Yeah, there's a lot of panels. There's a lot of Q&As, which is all pretty cool. It's because we've been to a lot of cons now. I'd much rather see this shit in person, but we just can't because fucking COVID. So it just sucks that people don't get to experience this in person.
Right.
Like we actually walked up and talked to King Vader. Like, and now you can. It robs people of getting to really meet him one-on-one and meet other people one-on-one and Q&A. We saw Chris Sabat from a distance. Like, it just sucks. It really sucks.
It does suck. It really, really does. That link that I put in the docket. So Funimation revealed anime that's dropping. What was it? Akaduma Drive, and it's dropping in October on Funimation. They had Studio Period do it, and the animation looks beautiful on it.
What's it called?
On the trailer. Akuduma Drive. So
I see the link. Okay.
I'm not sure what it's about or anything, but the animation is like top tier. And it's so funny because somebody was like, if only Black Clover had this type of animation.
Oh my god!
Like
Yeah.
it looks gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful to the eye. So
Oh my goodness!
Somebody else was like, this is where Studio Period's money went to. Yeah, it looks great. And like I said, I have no idea what it's about, but just kind of looking at the trailer.
That looks good. Oh my goodness.
I have no idea. It looks like futuristic kind of thing. So that's all I can really get from it. Futuristic. I don't necessarily think it's a mecha, but I see, like I said, futuristic kind of.
I'm looking up and see if I can find a fucking synopsis for this bad boy on my any list. That looks really good. Shit, I did not see that earlier. Oh God.
Yeah, that shit looks great.
Akaduma Drive. Oh, not DJ Academics trash ass.
I'm dead.
That nigga sucks.
I guess Akudama. I don't know.
Akudama, yeah.
I guess I can't never pronounce you.
I found it. Okay. Synopsis. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah, short. Long ago, a war broke out in Japan that pitted Kanto against Kansai and divided the country. Kansai became dependent on Kanto, but slowly the police and government began losing control of Kansai to criminals known as Akudama. Doesn't really tell us a whole lot, but cool, whatever.
Visually looks amazing, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah, license genres action sci-fi, fall 2020 airs October. Funimation license. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm in. I'm watching it.
Yeah, but, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, that shit looks amazing. Shit.
Yes, it looks so good. On top of them dropping that, they also released that they're going to re-release When They Cry. The horror anime.
Do I know what that is?
It's a horror anime, so I haven't finished it, but it's one that I've watched that's pretty good. So
you remember what it's about?
It's basically this kid who like transfers into this school, and they're having like every year they have this some type of festival kind of thing, and somebody always dies. And so this year they're anticipating, like, people kind of think they know who's gonna die, but like some of his classmates are like really sketchy and they're like following him. It's like a really like legit like psychological thriller horror anime. I want to say the original one right now, you can watch it on Funimation or Crunchyroll. One of those two. But I definitely was watching it at the beginning of the binge challenge. I'm like halfway. Well, not halfway. I think it's 24 episodes. But it's like legit like a horror psychological thriller, gory kind of thing. And it's pretty good.
Okay.
But they're re-releasing that, so all my horror fans like me, and there's quite a few people. That's one, when people talk about horror animes or psychological thrillers, that's one that comes up a lot. So my fans of that genre just know that they're re-releasing that as well. And they announced it at Funimation Con, so we'll see. I'm kind of excited. We'll it looks newer, so I can vibe with it.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Let me see what else we got here. Jujutsu Kaisen one-shot prequel manga to drop in 2021 will be digital and print. Okay, let me see what Viz Media is talking about. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, like I said, I don't know too much about the show, but I'm literally waiting for this anime to come out so I can really be a part of that standing. Now, this is one that if it's not as good as I think it is, then I'd be really upset. So let's see. One shot manga prequel. Also, it's a prequel to Jujutsu Kaisen coming early 2021. When the fuck does Jujutsu Kaisen itself come out? Like, that's what I want to know.
I can't tell you that.
I have it on my plan list, but I don't think it gave me like a date. Let me see. Jujutsu Kaisen. I always get that one confused with Juni Kaisen as well. Okay, it says fall 2020. Yeah, we don't have a date on that one. Oh no, it does have a date on here. It says airing October 1st, 2020. So I don't know if that's the actual date or is that just a time frame.
Time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for that one. Although Yuji Ittori looks like your average teenager, his immense physical strength is something to behold. Oh, my bad. I didn't put my reading voice on. Every sports club wants him to join, but Ittori would rather hang out with the school outcasts in the occult research club. One day, the club manages to get their hands on a sealed curse object. Little do they know the terror they'll unleash when they break the seal. Okay. So in that Studio Mappa, and that's action, horror, and supernatural. That's right up your alley, Nay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. We shall see. It'll be cool to see the manga, that one shot too. I guess for especially people who might have, I guess, read the manga for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that'll be cool to see what they think about, I guess, the prequel. We shall see.
Yeah. Shit, that's all the stuff that's on the docket. We got anything else we want to talk about? I know next week we're going to have a really, really big episode. It's going to be a lot of shit that we got to talk about next week because a lot of this new shit is dropping next week. So July's going to be a busy month for us. I can already tell that much.
Yeah, definitely. We have a special guest next week.
Yes.
So
that's
the bald-headed anime nerd.
The bald-headed anime, yeah. It's good to have another bald person on the podcast.
I'm crying. I am crying.
Somebody that can relate to me, yeah.
I am so weak. I'm glad he gets to do podcasts this year. Cause I feel like his birthday month last year, we didn't get to really talk to him in July.
Yeah, because he had to listen to Bay, and I understand, like, so you don't get to do everything you want to do.
This is true. So this will be fun. Super, super duper fun. I don't think I have anything this week. I don't even really have any recommendations.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say definitely watch for recommendations. I'm not a big sports anime guy. I've told y'all this. I don't really rock with them like that. But Ahiru no Sora has me open to watching more sports anime. That's how much I've enjoyed it as of right now, 20 episodes in. These niggas be hooping, and like I said, these niggas are trash, but they're trash, and it's still interesting how much fucking development, like their character development, like translate into their basketball game, and that's what's kind of dope about it. Like, I'm really like the main dude, Sora. He's cold, right? But they picked up that they realized that they were scrimmaging against this other team, and the other nigga realized that this nigga couldn't shoot from the left side. So he was like, oh, he can't shoot from the left. So he literally just like blocked off his right side and
made him go
and
left.
locked that nigga up. He's like, okay, go left and see what you can do. And this nigga would like miss every single shot. He's like, yeah, I'm about to lock your ass up now. And so that nigga Sora was like, fuck, I gotta work on going to the left now. Now he can shoot from the left because he realized that was his fucking weakness. So this shit is kind of good. Like I'm shockingly surprised. I'm enjoying this sports anime the way it is. Eventually, I'm gonna probably get on the Haikyuu train and see why these niggas love Haikyuu so much.
I know. I said that was gonna be one. You know what? There's so much stuff.
I have no attachment to volleyball, so I'll have to really, really try for that one.
And I always say.
I know Kasha loves that one. I know Panda loves that one.
A lot of people love Haikyuu. Like,
I think Polo does too. Aaron,
I think Aaron.
Yeah.
I think like most of the podcast community really.
God damn, I'm about to watch Haikyuu. Fuck. I don't care about volleyball.
I'm not pressed on watching it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really have a recommendation. I was trying to think of a own one that I might have. That I'm always. I'll throw out Death Parade because I feel like somebody mentioned that to me this week, or when I asked the timeline what they were currently watching. Somebody's watching Death Parade. So that'll be my recommendation this week. Quick 12 episodes. It's one we've talked about before. I always, the first episode takes you for a fucking loop for sure. But it definitely has you. I think it's a thriller. I don't necessarily say a horror, but yeah.
My recommendation also is for everybody that hasn't seen Street Sharks, go find Street Sharks and just watch the first episode of Street Sharks and get back to me. I love that fucking show, and now I want it to be anime. Now that I had to think about it, fucking Street Sharks. I gotta send you that picture of Street Sharks. But yeah, I think that's it for this week, man. We don't have no new announcements, no shit like that. Definitely tune in next week's episode. We're gonna have a funny conversation with Sensei on that episode. Yeah. So, I did find out Scuba C's daughter. Scuba C's daughter is Skylar. So, Skylar, sweetie, Skylar, sweetie, we love you, and you are our favorite person that listens. Even
in
more
the
so,
whole wide world.
Even more so than your dad. We rock with you more than we rock with your dad. So, because you, sweetie, you haven't spoiled anything for us, but he has.
I knew that was coming.
I'm just playing, Steve. Scuba Steve, I also plan on being seriously picking up One Piece again and getting more episodes of that. So look at Nate's face. So yeah. So the next week's episode, I will be talking about One Piece because my plan is to finish JoJo's part 5, watch more One Piece, and shoot the shits with Sensei next week. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, I'll have more One Piece talk next week. So for everybody that's been wanting me to finish that and watch that, so I was told that I'm 20 episodes away from shit going crazy. So we'll see. Next face.
I have not touched that shit since I stopped. I'm gonna try again, but
Nay, if it gets to a point where I say, Nay, you need to watch the shit, then that's when you know. But as of right now, I'm not pushing you to pick this shit up.
What episode are you on?
I mean, as of right now, I'm on 164. So
you see how many episodes bro? I promise the only reason I'm on because everybody been hyped. Perfect example of the Ask Blanime. If this was any other thing, bro, I would have dropped that hoe a long time ago. You want me to watch 200 episodes before I actually get Kachabi saying the same thing? But bro, I'm like, do you know if you calculate the out 200 episodes? All right, what's that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Goes away from the shit. You didn't get damn near watch 200 episodes and this just now. I'm not gonna.
Listen, the One Piece community is very vocal about how much they love this show, and I have not gotten to that point yet. But I don't have faith that I ever will. Yeah, Pat has been on my ass. He's like, where you at in One Piece? And I hate to have to tell him I haven't moved from the spot that I was in a month and a half ago. So, yeah, I'm picking this shit up, and so I hope y'all have a good week. And I have a new one. So wash your ass, wash your hands, wear a mask before I beat your ass. I'm tired of y'all. Yeah, y'all need to wear y'all fucking masks. Like this, real shit. This COVID shit is really terrible. Crucial. And it wouldn't be that fucking bad if white people realize that mask ain't gonna stop them from breathing. Yeah. So somebody said they ain't had no problem wearing Klan masks, but they got a problem wearing fucking masks.
That's no cap though. There's no cap. I mean, the mask is really not that bad. Like, you can't see people's face. You know, it's almost like you're incognito when you go in places because people really don't know who it is.
I like my shit.
I like
my
little
walking
mask.
around like this because I be feeling like Kakashi when I'm walking places. So.
I'm crying.
I
it's
do.
on the shirt today.
Kakashi
Sensei. Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, I like my little mask. So I be putting. I got my little Mavericks mask. I have an Akatsuki mask. So I had the Akatsuki mask on with the Kakashi shirt on today. I have my little African print mask, which I get a lot of compliments from white people on that. Crazy enough.
This is like them white people when they was taking a knee with their fucking kente claws. Yeah.
I'm not doing this today.
Nah,
I got
no risk to.
mask stuff. You know, the mask is cool. You can bedazzle. You can really DIY them and really make them your own and give yourself a personality. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
Personally.
Shameless plug. We do have Blanime mask for sale. So, and they're really cheap, you know. So I think they're only like $8 if you want a mask. So
I'm gonna order one right now.
Yeah. So there's the link in our podcast episode to our store that you can purchase, you know, mask. So we have a bunch of different ones in there too, so you don't just have to get one design. So if you don't have a good mask and you would like to support us, you can definitely check out our TeePublic page. And Teespring actually has some more that they dropped on there too. So I might add some more types of masks for people to wear. I really just want y'all motherfuckers to cover up. You don't gotta get a Blanime one, but just get a fucking mask. Goddamn, it's not that hard.
Yeah, just get something to.
If I can podcast with this mask on right now and be just completely fine, y'all motherfuckers gonna walk in Target and rack up $300 for, you know, when you went in there for some gum and be just fine. Just wear your shit,
please. Because this shit, I mean, it's just spreading like wildfire, and it's just, no, it's not it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be stuck inside the rest of the year for sure.
Yeah, we are. But fuck this shit. Y'all wear y'all masks before I beat y'all ass, and before Nate AK-47 shoot y'all ass. So all right, and that's episode 80, man. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good week, and for young Skylar, we hope you have a extra special week.
Yes. Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, she got an extra long skirt this week.
Anything for Skylar?
She's so sweet. Mikey loves kids.
Always.